Welcome to Programming with Harsh. In today's video, we will discuss about the very important concept that is called routing. Now, whenever we want to use the routing in React.js, we need to install one module called React Router DOM. And routing we use to navigate a user from one page to another page without refreshing the entire content. So let's see the example. I'm just going in one of the website which is a single page application created by React only. For example, ostraining.in. And the moment I'm going on this any menu, let's say AI training or backend development, so you can see the page is not refreshing, only the content is changing based on the URL. But if I'm going on another website, let's say indianexpress.com, and the moment I'm clicking on any menu, like let's say I want to see this one, so you see the entire page is refreshing, and somehow you might feel the speed is also very less because it is re-rendering the entire page, and it is because of that even the speed is also slow. But if you go into this website and you see, like when I'm clicking on corporate training, this is very fast. The reason is because it is a single page application. So in today's session I'm just going to do the setup for React routing, and I'm running one project in React which you can see is running on localhost colon 5173. And right now we have the app component, and inside the app component only we are calling all the other components like add product list. This is the product list component, then title component. Now I just want to create a menu, and I'll be using the routing for that. Along with that, we can also use Bootstrap just for the navigation purpose. And instead of displaying everything on the home page, I would like to have the menu when a user will click on any particular link, for example, either title or products or add products, then we'll be displaying that particular page. So as I mentioned, routing we are using to navigate user from one page to another page. Whenever user want to visit our website, they can directly access the website via URL, or user can do Google search. They can also come via bookmarks, via any apps. They can also enter the IP address and come. It is also possible to navigate a website using the browser history, or nowadays, even the QR code will also help here. User can also click on the forward and backward button and they can visit our website. Even we can click on the images, ads also, and we can land in our website. So these are the various options by which a user can navigate or user can land in our website. And without refreshing the page, I mean reloading the entire content, reloading the entire page, I can say, if we just want to navigate from here or there, we can just use the routing. So we are going to install, first thing is React Router DOM, which is important because React.js is a library, so they don't have any module built in. For example, in AngularJS, it's already there, routing is already there. They already have one module, so we do not need to install it separately. But React is a library, so we need to install React Router DOM. After that, I will be creating the menus inside the nav component. So I'll be creating a separate component for this functional component, and I will just create the menus. And the step 3 is we will be calling the navigation inside the app component, and then we can see the same. So we are just going to follow these steps one by one. So we'll be creating the navigation component, and then we will be using the same in the app component. So let's do it live right now. So first, as I mentioned, we need to install this React Router DOM. So I'm just installing the same. Once it is installed, we can go into the package.json also and see whether it is installed or not. So I'm into the package.json right now, and I just want to make sure it is properly installed. So you can see React Router DOM 7.18 is the latest version which we have installed. Next thing is I will be creating one navigation component for this, which is the nav.jsx, because we are using the JavaScript, so we can just create this page. And inside this, I want a functional component, so I can just use the FFC shortcut, and this is the navigation component I'm creating. Inside the return, let's say I just want to have a div, and inside the div, I just want to create some links. So what I'm going to do is for this navigation purpose, we can use the Bootstrap also. Bootstrap we use to create a responsive websites. And I just want to create a proper navigation, the nav bar. So I'll be using the same because if you want to create the menus like this, it is very easy to create using Bootstrap because this is just a link, right? So I can just copy this and I'm just pasting the same inside this. Now, the moment I pasted, you can see the error. The reason is because JSX is expecting the HTML should be proper. There might be chances where Bootstrap is not having a proper closing tag. It is because of that you see the HR is not closed, so it is giving us the error. So, anyways, I don't want to have this UL, so I can remove this. Whatever I needed, I'm just keeping that much only. So, I'm just formatting the document. And let's say I don't want this form, so I can remove it. Also, in this, I just want to have only one li. Rest all I'm removing it. And this is my navigation component which is ready right now. Instead of class in React, we are using class name. So we just need to replace the class with the class name. And instead of navbar, I just want to display the dashboard. My nav component is ready. Now I just want to call this nav component. So I can go in my app component. So I'm going in my app component, and inside the app component, I just want to import this nav component. So I can just say import nav from the path. The path is basically the nav. And now I just want to call this component. So, this is very easy. We can just call it like this. And then we can go into the browser and see whether the navigation is coming or not. So we can just refresh the page because I have already stopped, the moment I install this navigation React Router DOM, I have just stopped it. So again, I need to run my project. So I can just say npm run dev. So it will run the project because right now you see this is not running. So we are getting the error and I'm just refreshing the page here. So now you can see the localhost colon 5173. Perfect. The menu is also coming here, right? We only have one link home because in my navigation component, I have only one home here right now. Now I want to show you something. So I'm keeping the anchor tag only. Later I will be replacing this with the link component. So right now, when I will click on this link, the page will refresh. But the moment I'll be using the React Router DOM link, it will stop. All right, I will be showing you that shortly. But right now, I just want to have more menus as I mentioned. So I want to have the products also, title also, add products also. These are the four menus I want. So when user will land in this, it will be home page. When products in the URL, products page. When title in the URL, title page. When add product in the URL, we want to display the add product page. So let me create these menus. We already have one menu right now, which is home. So just to save the time, I can just copy and paste it here. In Bootstrap, we can use the active if you want to display the active. So let me keep the active only for the first one. I don't want to keep active the second one. So what is the second URL, which is products? So I'm just writing the products here, and even the href is fine. We can keep the href, let's say products. Later I will replace this with the link component. This is not needed actually, so I'm just removing this because we just took this code from the official website of Bootstrap. We got some additional code as well, which I can remove. So we have this products. Next one we want to have the title, and then the last is add product. So here I can just write title. This is the title, and then I can just copy and paste it here. And the last URL will be the add product. So I can just go here and write the add product. The URL is add product. Perfect. So this navigation is ready now. Home, products, title, and add product. And if you can see here, we got this as well. So right now When I click on the products page, you see the URL is correct, but we are not getting the product list only, we are getting everything. So for that, we need to write some additional logic, but you see like the page is completely refreshing because I'm using the link right now, but I will be replacing the same with the link component also shortly. All right, perfect. So as of now, we are in very good shape because we just created a menu and we are just calling in the app component. But right now we can see everything in the app component, even though we are clicking on any link because we haven't added the routing logic yet. So I'm going into the app.jsx and step one we have done, step two also we have done, which is working perfectly fine. Now in this step number three, in the nav component, right? This is the nav component. So in the step number three, I will be calling this in the app component, which I have already done. But we need to implement the routing logic also additionally. So what we can do is we can go into the app.jsx and inside the app.jsx, nav component is already added, but I just want to have the setup for the routing. So I can say import, and then we just need to import browser browser router. Then second is routes, and the third is route. And we will be getting all this from the React router DOM. So I'm just adding the same. So we have browser router, then we have routes, and then we have route. We'll be getting everything from the React router DOM. And then what I want is I just want to call it here. So first thing first is I'm just removing this code from here. So I can just do one thing. I can just have one more file and I can paste it here. Whatever is needed, I will take it from here. So we need to start with the browser router. Once the browser router is there, inside this only we can just write the routes. So basically this is the routes, and inside the routes we can write the route logic. So I'm just writing the route here, and inside this route, so this is the route. Now inside this, what I want is when the path is this, display the home page. So when the path is this means path is just localhost colon 5173. So I can just write the path when the path in the URL will be only forward slash, then call the element, which element we want to display the navigation basically. So we can go here and we can just take this navigation component. I'm just removing it directly from here and putting it here. So when the path is only forward slash, call the nav component, and I want this nav component on all the pages. On all the pages means whenever I'll be going on products page or title page or add product, everywhere I want to see the navigation. So that's the reason I'm going to write a logic inside this now. So now I'm saying, okay, the route, and inside the route, this is the default page. So we can just write index and then element. In the element, we can just call the component. So which component I want to call? I want to call a welcome component. So I'm just removing the welcome component from here and putting it here. This is my default component. After that, when the URL is, so again I can just say route, and inside the route, I can just mention when the path is localhost colon 5173 along with that products also. So display the product page. So when the path is this, then call the element, and inside the element, just call the product list. So I can just remove the logic from here and I can put it here. That's it. So when the path is products, call the product list component. Then next, when the path is title, display the title page. So I can just copy this and paste it below, and I can say, hey, when the URL is localhost colon 5173 forward slash title, then display the title page. So I can just take this and I can just put it here. Perfect. Next, when the path is add product in the URL, call the add product component. So we already have this add product also. So I am just pasting it here. All right. So, and this message is not needed, so we can remove it. Product, I will be calling this product in the product list component. It is not needed actually. And the star component, I am already calling in the product list component. So this is also not needed because we are already doing this. So I can remove this and this is not needed. Perfect. So we have taken all the code and let me show you the star component in the product list component. If you remember in the last session, we have already seen the star. We have created a reusable component. If you want to see the example, you can watch my previous video for this where I'm creating this component and calling the same. Yeah, so this is the product and also in the product list component, right now, we are displaying everything here, but my suggestion is we can create a product component and we can call this also. So, I mean, we can pass this data, we can create a reusable component we have already discussed earlier. So maybe in the coming sessions, I will be creating the product component and I will just move this data into the product component. Right now, let's mainly focus on the routing. So yeah, so this links is ready now. So we can just go here and right now you see when I'm on localhost colon 5173, I'm just getting the menu, but I'm not getting the child routes. I'm just getting the menu right now, but we are not getting the internal pages. So it means we want to render the child routes. So if you want to do the same, we can go in our nav file, the nav.jsx, and inside the nav.jsx, we can just call the outlet. So that we will be getting from the React Router DOM. So I can just import and I can say outlet from React Router DOM, and this we can just call. So you can see this is the navigation, and I can create one more div here, and inside this I can call this outlet. Now what this outlet will do, it will render all the child routes inside the navigation. So basically whenever whatever URL will be having, we will be clicking on that particular URL. For example, either it could be home, products, title and add product. So the setting which we have right now is the navigation will come on all the pages. But then what's about the child routes? So the moment we'll be having the outlet, it will display that as well. So now we can go here and see, just refresh the page. So right now, when we click on the products, you see we are getting the product list component. Awesome. The routing is done. When I click on title, we are getting the title also. Only the page is refreshing right now. You see when I click on add product, we are getting the add product class component also. But what I said earlier is with the help of routing, we can navigate a user from one page to another page without reloading the entire content, which is the feature of React.js. But right now, if you can see, let me go into the browser and show you. So I'm going here and let me open a new tab. So you can see right now the entire page is refreshing even when I click on add product or when I'm going on title, and in home we are calling, I mean, you know what, when we are going on this localhost colon 5173 and home is not having the URL, so we can just write the welcome in the URL or we can just have the forward slash. So let me do that. So I'm going in the nav.jsx and inside this we have all the URLs. So here I can say only the forward slash. Here also only the forward slash. It means localhost colon 5173. And when we have localhost, let's go here and see. So we are calling the welcome. In the welcome, we have welcome class component. So this message should come actually. So let's, if this is not coming, then there might be the issue. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just checking the same whether I'm getting it or not. So localhost colon 5173. If you see here, we are not getting the welcome page. It means there might be some issue. I will check it shortly. Products is displaying the product list page. Title is title. Add product is add product. This is also perfectly fine. Only when I click on this and dashboard and home, I'm not getting the welcome component. Why so? So I'm just quickly going it here, and we have the route here, and then inside the route we have the path is forward slash. This is fine. We are displaying the navigation. This is also fine. And we just make this route and index element. We are just calling the welcome here. And then the moment I'm going into the welcome, we will be getting this which is not coming. So we can just put a debugger and see whether the welcome component is going or not. So I'm just going into the inspect now quickly, and inside the inspect, I'm going into the application. Sorry, not in application. We can just debug it, right? Sources. And here I can say welcome.jsx. This is the file. I can just refresh the page. I want to see whether it is going there or not. So this is the debugger. So you see this is the welcome class component. It is going there because it is hitting actually, but it is not rendering in the browser. So there might be a chances where this message is coming or hiding somewhere. So we can just do the inspect here, and this is the div we have, but still the message is not coming. So we can do one thing in the app.jsx. This is the welcome component we have, and inside the welcome we have a div. So maybe we can have some styles, or even in the nav.jsx also the place where we are using this. Let's have a class name container, just giving some margin and padding. We have the bootstrap already there, but still it is not appearing. Here we can see the render is there, and this is the class component, but we are not getting this uh, div message in the browser itself. It should come because this is the logic we already have. Okay, so let me do one thing. I'm just going into the welcome.jsx. This div start, div end, this is fine. This render is lifecycle, which is also fine. This welcome component is fine. So let me do one thing. Let me try to call the component. Instead of this, I'm just saying welcome and closing it here only. Now let's run this once again. This is still not coming. This message should come. So okay, I'm just reverting the code. So this is the welcome component. We can one second. We can go into the welcome component. We have the render, and we are just rendering the data. The problem is in the render we don't have the return statement. This return is missing. That is the reason the content is not appearing in the welcome component. Perfect. So now we can see the content is coming, and we already have seen why debugging, like this is coming here. So this is how we can do the debugging. All right. So when localhost colon 5173, we can see the welcome class component, products, product list component, title component, add product, add product component. Perfect. Everything is working perfectly fine. The only thing is right now the page is reloading. I just want to stop it. So thanks to React Router DOM, because whenever we want to stop it, we can just use the outlet, and then we can just use the link. So instead of hyperlink, we can just have the link, and with the help of link, we can create a link. So it will generate an anchor tag also, but then it will be inside the React Router DOM. So it will, this link will work without refreshing the entire page. Only the content will change. Let me show you. So rest, this href is not needed. Instead of href, in the link component, we are using 2. So I can just replace this with this. Perfect. So first link is ready. I just want to make the another one as well for the products. So here I can just write the products, and this will be the home, and active is not needed, for example. So the URL will be products, and nav link. Perfect. Awesome. So we have created this also, which is the home and products. The next one is the title. So here I can just write the title, and this is the title. Perfect. This is also ready. Now next is add product. And this URL is add product. And I can just remove this anchor tag. I can just format the document going into the browser and refreshing the page. And now I'm just going on localhost colon 5173 first. So we can see the welcome class component, because in this we are just displaying the welcome. When I click on products, without refreshing the entire page, only the content is changing and we can see the product list. When I click on title, we can see the title. When I click on add product, we can see the add product as well. So this is how we can add the routing, how we can use the React router DOM module, and we can just implement the routing, and the moment we'll be having only that add product, we can display the add product title, URL title, products in the URL, we can display the products. So this is how we can implement the React routing in React.js. Now in the right now, you know what, we are just having okay, let me go into the browser once again. In the product list, we are just having this hard coded URL. I mean, when the products display the uh, product list. But later I will show you how we can create dynamic URLs also. So I will just make this product name as a link. The moment user will click on that link, we can display the product detail. We can pass the ID as well, which I'll be discussing in the next session. So hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.